beautiful, spectacular day um, in the great land, so to speak. Welcome to the African Liberation Station, where we liberate your mind with truth. We liberate your mind from all the falsehood that they have given to us. You see, these are the things that we must do. Yes, having a few issue here with this device. But welcome again to the African Liberation Station. Where we liberate your mind from all the falsehood and all the things that the system, tried to trap us in. So at this point right now, we are going to touch base, and there is some serious issues that is within our community as a people, right? And these are things that are important. The funny thing is that I keep hearing the same thing over and over again with our brothers and sisters, right? There seems to be this big fight or arguing among brothers and sisters, and even though sometimes we say we are spiritually awake and aware, we're still having this issue, and the issue is very serious, and these are the things that we must fix as a people. In order to see the necessary changes, we must fix these issues, because if we don't fix these issues, things are going to remain the same. Things are going to remain in a stagnated position, right? We can say we come out of the system of the so-called white supremacists, right? We leave that system, and now it is about Africa, and it is about uniting as a people. But first, we must unite within ourselves. As I said, there seems to be this always quarrel between our brothers and sisters. And sisters is always saying, well, can't find a good black man. The black woman is getting very annoyed with that. And also the black man is saying the same thing. They can't find a sister that is going to be there in that way and treat them in a dignified way. Sometimes I hear the argument with some of our sisters that, I will hear this saying that all men are dogs, or all men are no good. You see, the thing is, my sisters, we have no fight. The fight that we have amongst each other was not started by us, it was started by the same oppressor. And one of the things what we do as a people oftentimes is we blame the victim. And this is an important thing for us to see, and it's an important thing for us to understand and understand. We have to stop blaming the victims. And I am going to tell you why I say that, and you need to look at the problem from a root cause. Because anytime you see you have a problem, you need to take care of it. You need to find the cause of the problem that is affecting you. For instance, if you have a lion or a dog, and it is happened because something affect the foot of the dog or the lion, you don't just chop the foot of the dog or the lion off. You have to find what is affecting that animal, that you can help it. Maybe it's just to pull the thorn out of the foot, so to speak, and it could change the whole dynamics or the whole perspective of this thing, right? But we want to chop the foot off. Now, this is what I hear oftentimes, and I've seen it, and I hear brothers say it, and I hear sisters say it. When a woman is raped, okay, the woman is raped not because no fault of her own. Listen to me carefully why I say what I say. You have a right to dress the way you want to. and no one has a right to come and hold you down and try to have sex with you or have sex without your permission and your consent. You see what I'm saying is, I don't like the word consent, but without you deciding if this should take place or not. Doesn't matter how short the sister's dress on is, brother. You have no right to decide that this sister should be raped or whatever the case is. No, that is not your right. That is not none of our right. Whether you are even a husband, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't at the end of the day. And this is something that we really got to come to ourselves and realize these things because it's important that we do so. Now, the sister becomes the victim. Is what I'm saying. She becomes the victim. And we have to change. This is what I'm saying is we must put that to an end. That victim, that we blame the victim. No, we don't need to blame the victim. We need to look into the situation and we need to say to our sister, how can we help you? How can we change this? And brothers, if there's a brother that do these things, we have to deal with that brother because he don't supposed to do this. This is not his right to do any such a thing to a sister. No man should not be allowed to rape a sister without, the sister, if they want to have a relation, a sexual relation with the sister, then they have to go through the right step. Okay? That is the reality. As a people, we are coming into the state of an awakening. Now we carry a lot of trauma, both male and female alike. A lot of us do things, okay? A lot of us do things and we don't even know why we do them. Listen to me carefully, it is important. We are doing things and we don't even know why we do them. Now, some brothers, they grew up and they see their fathers beating their mother, and sisters grew up, see the same thing happening. The reality is that is only us that can change those dynamics. Don't bring that trauma to your children. Don't go and look for someone who represent what your father represent, because no man, no brother should be able to put his hand on a sister. Listen to me carefully. It is very important, brothers, that you hear me carefully. The sister is as grown as you. You have to give her her due and her dignity. You have no right to make the sister feel like she's less than you. And why, anyway, would you want to put your hands on a sister? And why, at the same time, would you still want to have sexual relation with the sister after you put your hands on her? Tell me, if the sister was doing you, beating you, would you like that? Would you want to have relation with her after all of that? And I'm sure the answer would be no. As the ancestors are passing through in the wind, give thanks. The reality is, my brothers, we need to come to this place where we allow our sisters and afford them their true dignity. And we need to stand with them. And a lot of times, brothers will say about sisters that sisters, you see, have issues in this regard. Yes, they have issues. And sisters, your thing is to look how you can change the dynamics and stop generalizing and saying that all of us is the same because we are not. As the brothers cannot keep saying that all the sisters are alike or they are the same. Please, we need to stop these things. These things are not good for us as a people. It is very dangerous. Okay? That is what we want to stop making these generalized statements about each other. You see, it It is about growth. And when we are going to come together, we have to put a lot of things and a lot of issues aside in order to solve our problems. You see what I'm saying is children are involved in some of these relations. Now you don't want your children to grow up seeing and experiencing these things. You beating your queen. No, how you call her a queen and then you want to physically hurt her? And how do you call him a king and then you want to physically, not physically, but sometimes more mentally making him feel like he's less than? You see what I'm saying is, so we have to think about this thing in equal terms, in the sense where we have to change all of those things to make things better between the both and also for the next incoming generation, because we cannot keep carrying on this trauma, and the system is not going to help us to heal from this trauma. There is a lot of our people that are there suffering from trauma on a continual basis. Now, what do we do? Because the system is not going to help us to heal from this trauma. Remember that it's important. We have to come amongst each other. Sisters have to build sister group where you help each other work on each other to heal those trauma. You have to be willing to be straightforward. You have to put all of those things in the past behind, in the sense where don't come and sit down and feel like, okay, I don't want to discuss these things. If you don't let them go, then you will not move forward. Remember, my people, we are not refrigerators, we are not freezers. Okay? Freezers are meant to keep things there for a very, very long time. So we need to stop being refrigerators and freezer as a people. That is what the system taught us to do, that we don't talk about these issues. And then we will never solve these issues if we don't sit down and reason and discuss these issues as a family, a carbonated, melanated family, right? Sisters, talk to each other, help each other to change the dynamics. When you hear a sister saying these disparaging things about brother, you must put a stop to it. Don't fuel it, so to speak. And brothers, when you hear another brothers is saying these things about our sisters, you need to put a stop to it immediately. That's how we change things. Because the more negative we put out into the universe, the more negative we receive. So whatever we are putting out, don't think you're not going to receive it. That is the way it works. You see what I'm saying is word is power, my dear sisters and brothers. It is power. And when you put these words out there, it is going to return to you. So if you're thinking that you can't find a good brothers, you're not going to find one, my sisters. You're not going to find a good brother if you keep saying there's no good brother out there. Because those brothers who are putting themselves together are not going to come your way because of the negative vibes that you have put out into the universe. The same thing applied to brothers. Brothers, anytime you keep saying you can't find good sisters, there's no good sisters out there, that negative vibes out is going out into the atmosphere. Instead of we living and breathing on this negative vibration, what is it that we need to do? Work on ourselves as individuals. Refine yourself as an individual, my dear sisters and brothers. Refine yourself. Work on yourself. You can't tell me you're a spiritual man or a spiritual woman and you are not working on you. You are not learning how to love yourself. You're not learning how to accept yourself. You see what I'm saying is, if you don't know, love, and accept yourself, then how is it that you're going to do that to another? How is it if you're not using those keys? How is things going to change for you? It is not going to change because you don't love yourself. So you telling the sister that you love her is a lie in the first place. And sister, if you don't do the same, nothing is not going to change. You see, you have to first love you, know you, and accept you. And every day you get up, you have to work on you. We need to let all of this negative vibration go and stop describing us as, bad people. We are not bad people. We are not. Our enemies has put us into this position, and we need to realize that is what has been done. This is what has been done to us as a people. They are never going to change it. Now you see all of a sudden, you see all these white people coming out and they are telling you, oh, yes, we have done these things and our people has done these things to you in the past. The reality why they are doing that, and listen to me carefully, and sisters especially, don't be fooled by these white women that are all of a sudden coming out and saying these things. They are your enemy for sure. Because in the days of enslavement of our people, they were behind it, they were pushing it, and they hate you, especially sisters. Listen to me carefully. They hate you because their man preferred you over them. They prefer to come and rape you, do whatever they want over them. You hear what I'm saying? So don't be fooled. They are carrying vengeance for you because of these things. So when you hear them talking and saying what they are saying, they are not saying it for your benefit. They are saying it to catch you into their trap that they can deceive you some more, that they can oppress you some more. So when they come around and tell you, oh, you're a strong, independent black woman, shun that shit because that's what it is. Shun the shit. You never hear them talk about strong, independent white woman, strong, independent Chinese woman, strong, independent Indian woman, or whatever case may be, Spanish woman, whatever. No, you don't hear them say no such thing. So this is what I am saying. Brothers and sisters, stop following the white people narrative. They are the one that is cause your destruction. They are the rapists that rape women and rape the men also. They are the ones that is causing our people's demise. They are the ones that put the hands in the guns in the hands of your young man and woman today, and even some of us older brother. They are the ones that put us into that position that we shoot and kill each other. You see, I remember there's a singer in Jamaica. His name is Leroy Smart. You can go and look him up. Now, this brother, one of the things what I love about this brother, he sing a song. It's called Ballistic Affairs. Ballistic Affair was a song that he coined in the 80s that talks about how we used to live together as one. We used to play cricket, football, and we used to eat out of one pot, and we used to do all of these things together. But now, because of ballistic affair, different party politics, then we are enemy. Brothers and sisters become enemy who used to be friends because of political affairs, because they take in side with these politicians who are criminals and who are people that have nothing at all good for us as a people, but to trick us and to keep us working as slave for a system of corporocracy. So, what I am saying to you, my dear brothers and sisters, wake up and stop trying to destroy each other, because that is what the enemy wants you to do. In America, the enemy has become our women, the women husbands and their boyfriends and everything else. They call him Uncle Sam or whatever name you want to call him. But as soon as you have an issue with your man, he tell you put him out the house and I will take care of you and your children. That means he's going to oppress this brother in any way he can, even though he don't have a job, because the system is working against him and doing everything for him not to be able to take care of his family. The system is going to oppress him some more through you. I'm not telling you, and I am, listen to me carefully, sisters. I'm not telling brothers not to take care of their children. My brothers, you have an accountability to make sure that you take care of those children that you bring here, those ancestors that has returned through you. And if you don't take care of those ancestors that has returned through you, you will pay. I guarantee you, no government should make you pay. And sisters, we should not be dragging our brothers to the court of the enemy. And brothers, we should not be dragging our sisters to the court of the enemy. These are the things that the enemy want, and this is what the enemy is using to destroy our people, destroy the carbonated, melanated family. This is what they have been doing. Let us stop them from doing this. You know, the funny thing is, we are a big attributor to our own demise in a lot of way now, because the enemy don't need to do a lot of things. We do them. We do them for them. You see what I'm saying? Listen to me carefully. We are doing these things to each other for our enemy these days. It is the truth. Many things they don't have to do no more because already they actually as brainwash us, put us in a position that we will do their bidding and their fighting for them. You see what I'm saying? I am telling you how this system and how these people work. White people doesn't love you. They don't. I remember when I was in the state, I was doing some business there, and I remember these guys that I used to contract work with, subcontract work with. These guys they pretend to be my friend. One time, one of them ripped me off big time, so I tried to take him to court. Okay, I get a lawyer. I get all the necessary things that I would be able to take this man to court to get my money that he know he owe me. But none of those other white guys, the contractors and all of them that claim that they are my friend, not one of them, even though even some of them he had ripped off a lot of money, not one of them would come to court to testify on my behalf that I could get my money. Not one single one who claimed to be my friend. You see what I'm saying is, so I'm telling you, my dear brothers and sisters, be aware that your enemy is always watching you and they know how to push your buttons and to make you go against each other. That is the fact of life. So we have to stop the enemy. If we didn't keep going to their place to go and shop and do all these different things, the system more than likely would be over already. But we are the ones a lot of times that are holding up the system. We are the ones that are feeding into the narrative of them because we are taking their guns and shooting down each other. It is we that are doing these things. It is not them anymore. Because you see, they put us on automatic pilot, so to speak, and we do the bidding for them. Now you name me and tell me which carbonated, melanated countries that make guns. No, we don't make guns. So how is it that we are using guns to kill each other, to try to wipe each other out? You see, what I'm saying is these are the things that I'm trying to tell my people. We have to put a stop to it. They're not going to do it for us because it's only stand to benefit them. That is the facts. That is the reality. You can't get around it. And every time you see these white women, when you as a sister go to a job to work, you see what she do? As long as you are under her, she have no problem. But anytime if they give you a position over her, you have a whole lot of problem because she's going to make your life miserable as much as she can because she's carrying vengeance for you, my sisters. So don't, the truth is forever. And the truth is always standing. And the truth will always be there. Don't allow any of this to detour you. The only thing that we need to do is to unite together as one. Work out our differences and stop criticizing and tearing down each other. These are the things that are holding us back. Sometimes when you're on a live, it's always a phone call or so. But I apologize for that. It's just one of those things. But the reality is, as I said, these are the things that we must be aware of, and these are the things that we need to understand and overstand. We have to come together and stop our enemies from destroying our people, our nation, our family. Now is the time to build. Now is the time to grow. It is important that we do so and stop allowing these ones to do the bidding for us, through us. You see what I'm saying? They set the tone and we just carry it out. You see, we don't want no movie star to be our leaders. We don't want none of these people are any leaders for us. A lot of time, brothers, they are looking up to basketball players, football players, or these characters in movies and whatever. Sisters, no, we don't want none of these people. Even if they look like us, they don't represent us. They don't. They're not there for us. They are working for the system, and we have to make sure that we know that. We have to stop that from happening amongst our people and realize that those that sign up for Hollywood and for all these different sports, they are not working for you. They are working against you. They are making sure that they are building something that is not going to be there to support us as a people. And you see all of these actors now, basketball players, football players, all of a sudden they are running to the continent. They are running to the continent. They're not running there to build anything for you. They are working for the enemy. Yes, my stream keep cutting out because some phone calls keep coming in. Again, that's just sometimes things happen in that regard. But as I said, these are some things that we have to work on together as a family. We have to come together in oneness, and we have to stop the fighting amongst each other. Don't let the system do that to you. You have to learn how to make the necessary changes that all of us can grow, we can unite. It is not about the individual, it's about the whole. That is really what it's not about the individual, it's about the whole. That is really what it is. Actually, it is. Actually, at the end of the day. So, this, what I'm saying to us, the end of the day. So, this, what I'm saying to us as a people. Please, 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 my brothers and sisters, let us unite together. Let us come together in oneness. And let us make sure that the enemy pay for all that they have done to us as a people. Don't fall for their story. Don't fall for these things that they are showing you and telling you now. The only reason why they're doing that, it is because the ancestors are moving through this planet and this plane that we are living on. And the reality is this: it is when you are awakened, and then you will realize, yes, your ancestors is in you. They are part of you as you are part of them. And you will realize that in this time, this is the age of the known, the age of Aquarius. Yeah, this is the age of the known. Nothing will be hidden anymore. So I'm saying, if you realize that this is what is taking place, then you will realize that these ones that are your enemy are not there to assist you. They are there to save themselves through you to the best of their ability. So I'm saying, brothers and sisters, help your children to come together. Stop fighting with each other. Brothers, you need to build groups together. Those brothers that know how to come together and to work together. Brothers, you know how to love sisters. If you love yourself, you will know how to love your sisters. If you accept yourself, you will accept the sisters. And if you find yourself in these areas of growth, form groups and work with your brothers that are in a lesser position and in less overstanding and understanding of themselves, that they may be able to stop doing the things that they are doing. So we have to teach each other. We have to counsel each other. We have to help each other to come out of that state that we find ourselves in. And sisters, you have to do the same amongst yourself. Help each other to grow. Show one another the way. Recognize the truth. And realize the importance of coming into this place where you can help each other to grow. And as I said, when you hear sisters are saying these negative things about brothers, you must put a stop to it and saying, tell them it is not the right thing to do, and we must help each other to heal as a people, to heal from all of the trauma that we suffer from. And some of these traumas, we don't even know that we are suffering from post-traumatic slave syndrome, because the trauma that our ancestors suffer is still in us, because they never get healed and we never get any healing for the traumas that we are suffering from. So that is the reason why I'm saying healing is going to come from us individually. So this is what we must work on, and we must help each other as we help ourselves. And we will grow as a nation. We will unite as a people. And brothers, please, 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 just stop generalizing, okay? If you want to go and marry some other nation, go and marry them. But don't put the sisters down. That is your choice. We're not forcing you. We are not telling you what to do. We, as a nation and as brothers, we know why we love who we love because they look like our mother, and that is the key right there. You see what I'm saying is, though the woman who you are in love with, are you accepted to be a part of you, should look just like your mother. Because you see how much when you hear these ones that come out and talk about their biracial children, you hear what they're saying. Oh, especially for the white woman, they don't know how to raise black children. They don't know how to raise carbonated, melanated children. So the reality is that you see the consequence. There's consequence to everything that we do. There's a price to pay. And as I said, the universe don't deal with law, it deals with principle. And if you violate the principles, you're going to pay. Everything in nature says so. You don't see the lion mating with the tigers. You don't see the giraffe mating with the elephant. You don't see the rhinoceros mating with the hippo. No, it doesn't happen. You don't see the black ants mating with the red one. No, you don't see different bird because they are birds. They're not going and trying to crossbreed with each other. So these are the things that we have to recognize, and we need to see the importance of sticking with our own. Nature says so. I don't say it. Nature says it. Just look at nature, observe nature. But they remove us so far from nature, and that is why we are suffering so bitterly as a people, because we lose our observance. We lose that paying attention to everything around us, and that is where the problem lies. So until we forward to nature, until we observe the greatest teacher that we have among us, which is nature, that is there for us because we are nature, but have been moved into an artificial concept and into an artificial world that they fool us and have us underneath these ideology. So we have to remove ourselves from that, okay? And that we are able to come together and grow. Be observant. The truth will set you free once you accept it. Okay, that is the reality, my dear brothers and sisters. So it is with great love and with great honor that I come on here to give you, brothers and sisters, this message, and I hope you receive it in the best way possible. Full joy the rest of the afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are. I don't even like the word morning because we're not morning, but the grand rise wherever you are. My apology for that. So please take care. It is love, honor, and always take care of yourself. And I will see you soon. African Liberation Station. One love.